Every year, the Torrance Cultural Arts Commission recognizes artists who excel in the fields of dance, visual arts, drama, music, and a recipient of the Katie Geisert Award. In 2009, the Commission had a difficult task of awarding the most accomplished artists and organizations who have made a valuable contribution to the arts and the city of Torrance.
Over the last 32 years, many outstanding artists and art supporters in all disciplines have been honored with this award, as is the case today. Through the work of these community leaders, the lives of many residents and visitors are enriched.
Today, we have a thriving arts community because of the myriad of contributions from our civic leaders, such as those whom we are going to honor today. So for all their contributions to enriching the life of Torrance, I want to congratulate the 2009 Excellence in Arts Award recipients, Hector Salazar, Stephen West, Jack Rennie, Michael Aldalpa, the Torrance Symphony Association and League. Thank you for all that you've provided for the city of Torrance and the community, the opportunity to experience the numerous ways in which the arts can enrich our lives.
Drawing and the interest of drawing and being out in nature started early when I was in elementary school, and I enjoyed drawing. And then I was involved as a young person with Scouts, in which I was out in nature, did a lot of hiking, and enjoyed the outdoors very, very much.
Besides finding inspiration from nature,
my biggest influence was two individuals. The first one was Jack Vigas, who was my high school art teacher. And over the course of the 3 years I was in high school, I really got to appreciate and understand some of the things that he was trying to give us as students by way of basic art skills. More importantly, being able to express ourselves and learn to express ourselves through the art media. And the second person was Matilda Thurman, who took me under her wing privately. She was an art teacher, and she allowed me to come to her home and studio on a regular basis to critique my artwork and to help me while I was in high school and my first years in college, and she was very special.
West is well known for his watercolor bird-themed works.
I would describe it as realistic, involved with natural wildlife subject matter, in which I'm trying to give to the public and the individuals looking at it a better understanding and a deeper appreciation of nature and the wildlife that is in nature.
And he's been able to do just that for nearly 3 decades.
I came to Madrona Marsh a number of years ago. First of all, my class where I taught at the Occupational Center Sprock for 34 years, they approached me first and my class and introduced me to the marsh. They needed a t-shirt in order to be a fundraiser to build the facility that we're in. And so my first introduction to the marsh was having my class design their first t-shirt that they used as a fundraiser. And over the years, I have, since my place of work, Scrock, was just down the street, I found myself many times at break or before class just coming up and walking through the marsh. And then especially the last 4.5 years, my interest and drive to put wildlife into my landscape. I find myself coming here quite often and drawing and painting and just walking around and observing. and this has led me to the other estuaries and marshes of California, which I really appreciate that we have.
The Torrance Cultural Arts Commission selected West as the 2009 recipient of the Excellence in Arts Award in the category of Visual Arts for his love for wildlife and dedication to the Madrona Marsh.
I would like to just take a minute and thank the City of Torrance, the Fine Arts Commission. I'd also like to thank the various art organizations, and especially the Torrance Artists Guild that nominated me for this award. I'm very humbled, and I appreciate so much the opportunity that has been given me today to share my feelings and thoughts. And I appreciate those that the City of Torrance and the people that have affected my life and that I've been able in turn to help others.
In turn, West is grateful to those who helped him pursue his love for the arts.
I'm thankful to great parents that saw at an early time in my life some possibilities of art and also some other creative expressions, music, and encouraged me. Did not discourage me, but gave me opportunities early on to explore and really decide whether or not I wanted to go into art. And that I really appreciate. The other person that has moved on along with those I've mentioned, and as far as teachers, but I must express my appreciation to my wonderful wife. She's been very supportive, and as we've moved through this last 40 years together in raising 6 children and 19 grandchildren, she's been very supportive in my efforts to use my creative skills.
I am the resident wig master for Torrance Theatre Company. I've been the stage manager for Torrance Theatre Company for 4 years. I am actually trying to make a living in theater, which is kind of hard to do. But I also work with Palos Verdes Neighborhood Playhouse. I've worked with Little Fish Theater in San Pedro. So I stage manage, I build sets, I paint sets, I do wigs, I do makeup, I do lighting, just pretty much name something in the theater, and that's what I do.
He's actually a specialist in manufacturing and hand-making wigs for all the shows. He also does makeup, he does a lot of the production, he's even acted, and he's been in 28 of the last 31 productions. He's been involved in 28 of the last 31.
Aldalpa's interest in theater and the arts began at an early age.
Halloween's been my favorite time of year since I can remember, and that's about it. Then my mother decided when I was in the 3rd grade that her children were going to have some culture and bought tickets to Fiddler on the Roof. And we went and saw that at the Long Beach Civic Light Opera. And from the time I was in 3rd grade until the time I was a senior in high school, we had season tickets to the Long Beach Civic Light Opera. And for a family of 6, that was kind of struggling with it because my mother didn't work. I think she was an Avon lady back then. But it was kind of hard, but my mom and dad made it happen. And we saw great shows over there in Long Beach at the Civic Light Opera.
Aldalpa graduated from Carson High School.
Immediately after graduation, I went to Harbor College and just almost felt bored. Wow. And then I went on to cosmetology school and got my cosmetology license, only to later on find out that I was becoming allergic to the fumes, and I was only a hairstylist for a few years before I actually had to quit. Pretty much forced by my dermatologist and allergist.
A few years later, in 2002, he went back to Harbor College to earn his AA. Since then, he has been working with various theaters throughout Southern California.
I've never been formally trained, but I've been doing wigs for about 20 years. It's just amazing what I sometimes can achieve with the wig that I don't even know I can do it.
His behind-the-scenes work and unwavering dedication help elevate the quality of theater available to our audiences. He's a true unsung hero who goes above and beyond to get the job done, and he's become an integral part of the arts here at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center.
I'm thankful, grateful, and blessed to be part of such an amazing theater company. Really honored to get this. This is now my 9th year with the Torrance Theater Company, and I never expected to get an award for it.
It's a great opportunity to say thank you to somebody like Michael who does this day in, day out and loves it out of passion. He does this, and so it's now our chance to say thank you to him and have the city respond accordingly.
I kind of think I was slightly in shock. I'm used to being in the background of the theater more so. I mean, I used to be on stage a little bit, but I'm more of a supporting role, I think. And it was actually just very thrilling to have been thought of in the first place, and then to have won. It was great.
Especially since he wasn't always on the path to doing what he loves doing today.
I actually was going to be an accountant, and no offense to accountants out there, we need you. I was bored to tears. It wasn't what I was supposed to be doing, and I just started picking up and doing wigs, and it all just went uphill from there. Follow your dreams. Even if you don't know if that's what you really want to do, go ahead. There's still time to go in another direction if it doesn't quite work out. But if you follow your heart, you're going to be fine.
I play the accordion, and I started playing and dancing at about eight years old, and performed in a little group of kids into singing and dancing in Toronto. And I took up the accordion at age 8. And as it happened, when this dancing was growing down here, they had a need for live music, but there wasn't any. All they had was the old 78 records to dance to. And they were going to try to do a big performance at the Palladium in Hollywood for a big dance that the Scottish community was going to have there. And they said, we would love to dance there, and could you play some live music for us? And I said, well, I could try to get a group together. So I got some other musicians, and we formed a band.
While Jack Rennie graduated from UCLA with a business degree, his search of some fun to break up the schoolwork led to one of his favorite pastimes.
I felt that I need to have some recreation to get away from studying all the time. I had lots of friends at the university, but I missed that family atmosphere and with the Scottish fun and parties and so on. So I found a little group up in the valley that were doing some Scottish dancing, so I thought I'll go up and investigate that. And I did go and joined it and learned some of the dancing, and became more and more interested in it and the music. And it was just a small group, but they were fun, and we had a good time. And as it happened, that movement for the dancing was growing, and I got more and more interested in it. And still stayed on at UCLA in the PhD program in economics. And eventually, in order to help continue with this dancing, I wanted to add more time to it, and thought I'd like to teach it eventually.
In the meantime, he found himself in the aerospace and airline industries, and later a teacher and vice principal at Santa Monica High School, while keeping his passion for Scottish dance alive.
So I worked hard towards doing that, worked in dancing on a demonstration team group for quite a few years, 15 years. But before that, I also worked towards going to St. Andrews, Scotland, and University of St. Andrews, and working towards a certificate in teaching.
In 1984, an opportunity knocked at his door.
I eventually started teaching a class in Palos Verdes, in Santa Monica, and Torrance. A lady in the Torrance Recreation Department in the Cultural Arts section called me and asked me if I would teach a class there. And so I consented, and we had a class going there, so it kept me pretty busy.
I want everybody to join me in congratulating Jack Rennie for his achievement and receiving the Excellence in Arts Award in the category of dance.
It's really an honor to be getting this award, and I'm very pleased about it and to be recognized. And I must say it was a surprise when I heard it. But thank you so much to the commission, all of those who participated in deciding that I should be one of the recipients.
Scottish country dances are made up of reels, jigs, and struts. The reels and jigs feature fast tempos, quick movements, and lively feel, while the struts are a much slower pace with a more formal feel.
I think it's a great kind of dancing because it's sort of athletic. It's fast-moving, and you saw it. It's fun to do. You don't have to have a partner. You dance with anyone who's there, and you meet new people, make new friends.